The city is reaching out to residents for help to put the final touches on the new Attleboro High School Tozier Cassidy field. Although the construction of the field was completed last fall, the construction of the concession stand remains unfinished. The school has succeeded in raising enough money to cover the material costs for construction. However, there is not enough money to cover the cost of labor. The city and the high school are now reaching out to the community for volunteers with construction expertise and for labor. To learn more about the project, we spoke with Attleboro High School Principal Bill Runey.
We're here today at Tozier Cassidy Field and the Steve Newman track, which as of September 20th of 2013 was a gift to us from really all of Attleboro, and it was years of lots of hard work and planning from a lot of people who have given us this opportunity to have this wonderful facility. But we're here today because of the fact that we're now in a position where we need to rally the troops once again for volunteers to come out and help. And the concession stand project at Tozier Cassidy Field is something that we envision taking place during the summer months and the early parts of the fall.
We were granted a wonderful donation from the NFL Grassroots Program and the Balfour Foundation. Unfortunately, those funds weren't enough to cover the cost of this project when we went out to bid. The bids came in at about $820,000. That was well over what we had for available funds. So we decided to take a step back and think about our options. And the best option was to make this a community project where members of the community could come forward and help out. And as of today, we have over 35 volunteers that have come forward that have dedicated and committed their time to helping build this wonderful new concession stand.
The Attleboro Varsity Booster Club, they rely on the proceeds of concessions at football games and home basketball games to be able to assist our athletic program. And it was very difficult for them last year to be able to sell concessions with the large crowds that we had for a very successful season, but not be able to have a concession stand. And so we're very thankful to the South Attleboro Whitehawks, who have a construction trailer, and they loaned it to us to be able to use for our home football games. But right now we still have a temporary certificate of occupancy. We have portalettes that are serving as our restroom facilities. And so really to be able to complete this gem of a project, we need this concession stand to come to fruition, not only for the restroom facilities, but also from the standpoint of the concession stand.
This project was designed by Steve Nelson, a local architect, and it's about 2,500 square feet. And one of the main reasons for a concession stand being that large here was because of the requirements of the State Plumbers Licensing Board. We were required to install 21 bathrooms here at this new concession stand, and that actually was a 50% variance from what is required based on the capacity here at Tozier Cassidy Field. So when you have to construct a building to house 21 bathrooms, naturally it's going to be pretty large, and so that's what we had to deal with, unfortunately. And so we have taken that task on, and we also understand that we need a concession stand here as well, and the rest of the 2,500 square foot building is going to be dedicated to that concession stand.
We've been fortunate enough through grants and donations to be able to have all the building materials. What we need right now is we need the help. We need the people power, if you will.
Volunteers, particularly in the skilled trades, masonry, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, roofing, that sort of thing. And also your general laborers like myself, who don't have any skills basically, but can help out. We can lift blocks, we can help out in any way we can to make this project a reality.
Starting on Saturdays in mid-July and through August and September, we're going to have those folks out here being able to coordinate a lot of the construction. But we need people who will be able to move block from one portion of the construction site right to the mason's side.
The contractors that will be helping with the scheduling, helping with the overseeing of the construction, led by what I consider to be a dream team of supervisors, Bob Barton, Eddie Perica, Mike Tyler, and Steve Erickson. These gentlemen have come forward with all their years of experience, and they have agreed to help us supervise this project going forward. As you can see behind me, the foundation is already in, the utilities are already in. We've done a lot of groundwork here to make this building ready to go once we get enough volunteers on board. We're not asking for any more than 2 Saturdays from every volunteer. They can dedicate more than that, and they can dedicate less than that.
We've also been fortunate that we've had local business people who have come forward to be able to make the volunteerism even more of a reality. We have Bert Buckley, who owns the Clam Shack here in Attleboro on Pleasant Street. He has offered to feed our volunteers on Saturdays. Artie Eaton, who is a graduate of Attleboro High School, and he owns Help, which is a fire protection and burglar alarm company, has come forward and is going to donate the fire protection and the burglar alarm for the concession stand. BJ's in South Attleboro has also generously offered other supplies, whether it be water, Gatorade, snacks, things like that, because we want to keep our volunteers happy. We want to keep them coming back.
To my right is a sign, I think, that really tells us why this project is coming together, and that's Blue Pride. There are many partners in the city of Attleboro and even beyond the city of Attleboro that have that Blue Pride, whether you're a local businessman, a local contractor, an AHS graduate, or just somebody who wants to help out. We here in Attleboro have a great amount of Blue Pride, and that's what's, I think, helping people come forward and wanting to volunteer for this project.
You know, as most people know, Attleboro is a comprehensive high school. We have a very strong vocational ed program, and last week I made presentations to our carpentry students, our electrical students, our plumbing students, and encourage them that as the summer months start to progress, for them to come out and volunteer, to not only study under craftspeople who are volunteering their time, but to also be able to say that, you know, when this is completed, hopefully in the fall of 2014, or even when they come back for a Thanksgiving Day game a few years after they've graduated, to be able to look back and be able to say that they volunteered and that they helped put that project together.